Hello there, paper crafting friends. My name is Dawn Bourgette. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am so glad that you found me today. This is pre-recorded, just to let you know, once again, oh my gosh, I'm gone. This time I'm helping a friend of mine, a fellow demonstrator across the state over in Mount Pleasant, and Kim Vogel and I are doing a little gathering with her team, and I'm a guest speaker there. So today I'm on my way home, and I wanted to make sure once again that I was sharing with you guys, because that's what I love to do. I love to share. So welcome to Sunday Crafternoon with Dawn and my mini class, free class by the way, and it's number 53. Oh my gosh, who would have thunk, right? I'm getting better at this, I really am. So if you see anything that you like, this is the October host code. However, what I'm going to be sharing, I should have actually put the November host code up. But we do have one more day. We have Halloween yet. So what I'll be showing you today, you'll want to use the November host code because October's host code will be closing on the night of the 31st of October. Gosh, I wasn't even thinking about that when I started this. But just to let you know, I will also post November's host code both in my group on Facebook and on my page here. That way you guys can see it. And I'll also have to change that on my blog on the 1st as well. And I'll tell you why this is so important in a couple of minutes as we get into some things. Because what I'm going to show you is something that is new and available to all of you starting in November. And I'm so excited about it that I thought, you know, let's play with the product a little bit, get you guys familiar. So if you want it, order it sooner than later. Because I think it's going to go like hotcakes. It's super cute. And it's while supplies last on a couple of the items. So with that being said, if you found me here, welcome. And make sure to like my page and to also follow the page right here that you're on. I know liking and following are two different things in the Facebook world, so I don't want you to miss out on anything. And then also I do have my community on Facebook. It's a group, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet Crafting Community. Please make sure you join there as well. I'd love to have you. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Dawn's Creative Chalet. Make sure to hit the little black or the bell to make it turn black. And that way you'll get all the notifications as I load videos onto YouTube. And eventually, I would like to get to the point where I'm doing lives over on YouTube as well. But one step at a time, right? Also, I am on Pinterest as Dawn Bourgette Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So if you're a Pinterest fanatic like me, go ahead and give me a follow. A couple of things also that I wanted to tell you guys about today. Let's see here, are some upcoming events at the chalet. I know that the type is really small. I wanted to try to fit it all on one page. Just to mention on Thursday, November 5th, actually, you know what? That is, I think it's the 3rd. Oh my goodness sakes. And I can't even get on my phone. It's the first Thursday of the month, which I believe is the 3rd, not the 5th. And I may change it up. It's called Lights Aglow, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a surprise nonetheless. I'm having to move my creative card class to the 3rd of November on that Thursday. Being that on the 10th, when I normally have class on the 2nd Thursday of the month, I will be gone. I'll be leaving to go to, I know it's like gone again. I'll be leaving to go to Indianapolis for a Stampin' Up! Event called On Stage. So I cannot have my class on the 10th. I need to move it up a week to Thursday the 3rd. Let's see here. Also into November on the 17th, I have my product class, which is going to include some product from Santa's Express. And that will be at 10, 1, or 6:30. It's $43, and it includes a $5 coupon in any size ordered during the class. Make sure to RSVP with me by the 3rd of November because I need to get that product ordered, and being that I'm not going to be here the following week, I want to make sure we get it in time so I can prep it so that we can have class with product. That kind of helps, doesn't it? So anyway, make sure to RSVP no later than the 3rd on that. Also, mark your calendars for Friday, November the 18th. Okay. My phone is playing tricks on me, you guys. Anyway, Friday, November 18th, Coffee and a Card Sip and Stamp. It's a free event. There is no need to RSVP. Just stop on by between 12 noon and 2 p.m. I think Fridays are getting to be the best day for me with those and seem to have the best turnout. So if you'd like to come and make a free project with me, please stop by and say hi, have some laughs, maybe purchase a coffee or a snack. They have some good treats like the cake pops. I love those. Anyway, so that is on Friday, November 18th. 12 noon to 2 p.m. Again, no reservation necessary. Just stop on by and make a free card with me. And also into December on the 8th, we'll have creative card class. And again at 10 a.m., 1 p.m. or 6:30. And then into December as well, on Thursday, the 15th of December, we'll have our product class. Now, depending on product availability, at this point is bows of holly. So, you know, we just never know, right? Also, Starbucks will be in December. I just have not narrowed down a date yet. Usually I do that about a month in advance. When I'm there, I go ahead and I book for the next. So I'll keep you posted on the December Sip and Stamp, Coffee and a Card. And also into the ending part of November, the first part of January, we're going to have a new catalog coming out the first part of January and celebration. Isn't that crazy that we're talking about that already? But it's true. So I love to have a catalog kickoff, and I'd love to have you join me right here in Scottville at the Chalet. And there'll be more details on that after I come back from that November event at On Stage with Stampin' Up. I'm so excited to go. Always fun when you get new products, right, you guys? I don't know, I'm just like a big kid in a candy jar. Okay, also, I wanted to mention this as well, just in case, right? Because I know a lot of you spend enough during one order that you could purchase this. So this is our starter kit, and they're having a special on it. I know I've talked about it previously the last couple weeks, but I don't want anybody to miss out. And maybe you're thinking about it yet, and that's okay too. You have until the 31st of this month at 11 o'clock in the evening to jump and take the plunge and become a demonstrator and part of our Creative Chalet stamping team. I have such a great group of gals. I can't speak highly enough about them. But it's great to be part of a community, right? When you're part of a group that loves something as much as you do. And that's what we do. And we share an awful lot too. And besides that, this is a great value. And right now, we're all looking for a good deal, right? A good value and a way to stretch your dollars. And this is a great way to do it. So until the end of this month on the 31st, you can purchase what we call our starter kit. I like to call it the Ultimate Bundle for $99 plus tax. Free shipping. And that in itself is like a $17 savings. You'll be able to choose $155 of product of your choice. So between the annual catalog, our July through December catalog, and the clearance rack, and also something that I'll be talking about in a minute, you could add the Fitting Florets collection to your starter kit if you like. And like I said, I'll be talking about that in a minute. So if you wanted that product now, you could get it right now by adding it to your starter kit and still have some money left over to play with to add to your goodies in your kit. I think that this is awesome. When I joined back in 2010, we had a few choices, but it was kind of like pick between A, B, and C in each category. and they would give us a selection of ink pads so we could pick 3. You know, it was a lot different back then. So now I love the fact that you can choose anything that you want in your kit. You get to choose $155 a product for $99 and free shipping. Just pay the tax. Along with that, you're also going to get a paper pumpkin kit. Stampin' Up! Likes to throw in a paper pumpkin kit so you can see what paper pumpkin is all about. And that's a $22 value in itself. So if my calculations are right in my head, because I'm not very good at math, that's about a $95, just over $95 value, or what you're getting free, saving for sure. So if you have any questions about this, just contact me, let me know, or you can go over to my online store and you would click on join. And there's even more information right there before it actually asks you anything as far as joining itself. But if you have any questions, feel free. I'm here. I'm an open book. I've been a demonstrator, like I said, since 2010. And it's been the best decision ever. For as much as I've spent over the years, I'm so glad that I finally jumped in and took the plunge to be a demonstrator. Because otherwise I'd be paying full price on all these things that I love. And you'd be able to get the same discount I do. And on top of that, we get to also participate in all of the in all the promotions. We get to pre-order product, which I personally, that's one of my favorite things because I get FOMO fast. And so you can pre-order your products a month before customers, getting your discount and taking advantage of all the things that customers can on top of that. So it's pretty amazing. And it's a great way to save money, as we all need to do right now. And pinch your pennies a little bit and make your dollars stretch further on your crafting supplies. I know I'm quite the collector of crafting supplies. I don't know about you. But if you are, you belong with our tribe. All right, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But like I said, if you have questions on this, feel free to ask. It's a super, super great value on this. And there is no need to have to sell products. You can just be what I call a savvy shopper and collect those items that you love at a discount. Why not? That's how I joined originally. All right. What else do I have to share with you guys? Let's see here. Oh, yes. I just received this as I got home from my dad's. I was helping my dad in Florida with a garage sale. My mom passed in May of 2021, so we were going through all those items, you know, the thing. And anyway, as I got back, I don't know, I've been kind of in a frump, obviously. It was a hard week, but I got this in the mail and I was like, it put a smile on my face. So with that being said, I wanted to show you guys how cute the October paper pumpkin is. Oh my gosh. So if you are a subscriber with me, with Paper Pumpkin, you can get refills for this. So, because obviously you already have the stamp set and you already have the Stampin' Spot, which is early espresso this month. But let me show you here. I gotta show these like up close and personal. They're just so darn cute. Isn't that neat? I love these. This is gonna be one of my most favorite kits. And then there is this one here. There's 3 each of 3 designs. And then there is this one here, the ho, ho, ho. Isn't that cute? I love it. The stamp set is super adorable. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Yeah, I guess you can. In fact, let me do a close-up. And let me do this. This will be easier. There we go. Put it behind some black paper so you can see everything. So darn cute. So not only is the stamp set great for the kit, but of course you can always make alternate projects with it. And I just think it's stinking adorable. And then the November kit, which is called From the North Pole. This one for October was called Ho Ho Ho. And then the November kit coordinates with this kit that I just showed you for October. And what's really cool is they do have an add-on for these. And I wanted to show those to you because I did get those. And they are adorbs, and it's such a cute size. Here they are right in front of me. I'm like looking all over for them. So let me give you measurements on these. They're 4 inches wide and 6 inches tall. Super cute. They're just a little bit bigger than our A2 size cards. And this kit right here for November will coordinate with this, where you could decorate the bags, do some packaging, whether you want to put a gift card inside, maybe a couple little treats, or, you know, use your imagination. Maybe something for your BFF craft buddy that will fit in here. Maybe some dimensionals or a Stampin' Blends combo pack, or I don't know, sky's the limit, right? Maybe an ink pad. You never know. So anyway, I just want to let you know that these are available. There's 12 in a pack. I got myself a couple packs, and they are available right now to order. And they're an add-on with the From the North Pole kit for November. All right. Get that out of the way. And now I want to talk about what was not making sense earlier. So this right here is called Fitting Florets. It is a new collection by Stampin' Up! That will be available to all customers starting on November 1st through January 4th. But there is a little FYI, I guess, to this. Some of the products with this are while supplies last. So what do I mean by that? So this right here, this bundle, this will be carried over into our January through June catalog. So you'll be seeing this appear into that catalog. But the little gems here, which are right here, these are called gold adhesive backed swirls. Check these out. Aren't those cool? In fact, let me give you a close-up because I've used almost one whole pack already because I was part of a swap. But they're so cool. They're really fun. And they just kind of jazz up the card a little bit more. So those are while supplies last, along with this stamp set and this DSP, Designer Series paper. So these 3 items are while supplies last. So if you love them, as soon as this is available to you, grab them. If you decide you would like to put these items into a starter kit that I just talked about, just to let you know, there's a gotta have it all button right there. So you can get one of everything and put it into your starter kit. And that is $97.50. And you'd have $155 total to spend. So you have like 50 some odd dollars yet that you could play with to put into your kit. So maybe the mini Stampin' Cut and embossing machine for the dies, if you don't already have a die cut machine, might be a great possibility. So anyway, it's a beautiful suite, and I wanted to show you guys the paper because that's what we love, right? We all love the paper. So that it's double-sided. There's 2 each of 6 different designs, and they're double-sided. And the colors featured are Balmy Blue, Blushing Bride, Crushed Curry, Evening Evergreen, Night of Navy, Polished Pink, and Soft Succulent. I think that the paper is just gorgeous. And the thought the Stampin' Up! Had when they put this set together was that it could lean towards the holidays, but it can also be used for other occasions, okay? And let me show you that in just a minute. Also, just to show you a close-up of that. So this is the stamp set that we'll be carrying over into the January through June catalog. I had to think about that. There was that hesitation there, right? And also there are the dies. So here are the dies. They are gorgeous. So let me move this out of the way here for a minute. It's kind of distracting. So here's part of the dies, and here's the other part of the dies. So I want to show you guys with these frames what you can do. We're going to make a couple cards today using this stuff. So when I cut this out, which is this right here, it also cuts out an oval. So if you wanted to raise it with dimensionals, or you wanted to place it inside the, inside the frame, or not have it in the frame. But this frame, when you cut this out, it cuts this out and this, okay? So if you're not using these, keep these, because you can layer different colors together in the frames once you cut several out. That'll make more sense in a minute. And then we have this frame and this frame right here. Let me do a close up for you. So what's really cool about these two, I put them together. So when I put them together, it cut out this, which is itty bitty hearts. Actually, this one was separate. I'm sorry. Excuse me on that. So I used just this, and it cuts out this. So it just cuts the hearts. Now what's really cool about that, I had to reach for these. So now you have this little confetti, little itty bitty hearts. So if you like to make shaker cards, yeah, right there, using those cute little hearts. So depending on what color you want, you could cut out a few runs through with the Big Shot and get some fun confetti of itty bitty hearts. They're so cute. I had to find a cute little jar to put them in. I didn't want to get rid of them. And then also, there is this guy right here. And that is the inner frame. And then you also have some of these leaf, I guess they're both leaves of some sort, that you can cut out, which I'm going to use this die. In fact, I pre-cut so we didn't have to go through a whole lot of that, because I knew I'd be rambling, as I always do. And then also there's the exterior lining of the flowers in this set. So there are dies for all of these shapes. How cool is that? And I love the font. I know you guys, I'm always talking about the fonts, but I'm a font fanatic. This is right up my alley with the mix of the fonts. It's so cute. So anyway, and here again, here is the other frame. So you have this frame, and then that right there. Okay. And let's see here. What else did I want to show you? Oh, this one. So this is the set that you can also purchase in November, unless you add it to your starter kit. This is the one that's while supplies last. And it's meant to lean towards the holidays, obviously. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And I've been playing with this, and I'm just like, I'm in love with this. So I'm bummed that it's while supplies last. So if you love it, grab it fast. And that's starting on November 1st. Okay, so I think I went through everything. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And today's 3 cards for my mini class are using all this stuff. It's so cool. I'm so excited to show you guys this stuff. Let me get a little organized here. And let's see here. First of all, I wanted to show you this card. So this is a card that I've made for a swap. And I wanted to use a little bit of everything. And I wanted to show that even though this is also holiday, well, leaning towards holidays in some respects, there's also that hint of spring and celebration style of the designer series paper, if that makes any sense. And this down here, I cut right out of the designer series paper, or as I call it, DSP. I have to remember, not everybody knows all of our acronyms like I do. I've been around a long time, been around the block. So DSP means designer series paper. And you can see I incorporated the inner oval along with this die right here for the frame. And I just really wanted to show off the DSP because it's so pretty. But I want to show you guys this particular pattern here. Let me grab it. So this is a package I haven't opened yet. I've gone through almost one full pack of this paper, believe it or not. What's really cool about this, you can cut these out, whether you fussy cut or if you do have an e-cutter. It's fun to be able to cut these out and use them on your cards. Also, our dies will fit into a couple of these, and then that way if you don't have the other option and you still have your die cut machine, you can cut some of these images out with the dies, which is really super cool because then you don't have to color. And if you're like me, I'm a lazy crafter and I admit it, I am. So this makes things easy, right? So you get 2 of these in that pack of paper. Okay, I think we are now ready to create. Let me grab all my stuff here as I drop everything. We have some ribbon. This is a 3/8 inch weave ribbon, I think they call it. It's the older of the 5 in colors that these will be retiring. So sad because I love these. They're pretty. But anyway, what I did with this card is I used the layering circle dies. And so I know that this isn't really going to help you, but I used this circle and this circle together, okay? And I'm going to show you what I did with those. Whoops. And I cut a piece of the cardstock at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Looking for my bone folder so we can give a nice crisp edge because that makes me happy. And then I cut a piece of the basic white at 4 by 5 1/4. Whoops, you can see all my scribble marks here. My cheat sheet, because I never trust my brain. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. Otherwise, it's such dark paper, if you were to write or stamp a sentiment inside, no one would be able to see it. It'd be invisible. And then I used, you can see the backs of these are super pretty, right? But I used these 2 together. I thought that they would be very pretty with the Evening Evergreen card base. So this piece of DSP is cut at 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. This piece that's going to lay on top is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so if you need these measurements again, just go ahead and stop the video and rewind. Is that what you do with YouTube videos? Is it called rewind yet? That goes to show my age because heck, I remember 8 tracks and cassette tapes. And if you don't know what those are, that makes me feel bad. All right, so I already cut, in fact, I cut 2 in case I made a boo-boo. So I cut the smaller circle for the sentiment already, so we're not going to do that. But I did want to show you, as far as with the larger circle, what I did with this. It's super easy, so don't panic. It's all good. Grab my machine. And make sure you guys can see what I'm going to be doing here. So I'm going to take that smaller piece of DSP that is at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this circle run off the paper. See how that kind of falls out of the line of the paper. And I'm doing that on purpose. And we're going to put it towards the bottom-ish, latter part of the paper. And we're gonna run this through with the Big Shot. And like I said, I already cut out the smaller circle, so we're good to go there. Snap, crack. By the way, when your machine does make all those crazy noises, those are happy noises. It's okay. Go ahead and put this back. All right, so now you're like, what in the heck did you do? It'll make more sense in a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead, put those off to the side, and I'm going to take my seal and we're going to put the larger piece, kind of kitty wampus, as I call it, crooked. Sounds awful, right? Because I'm actually meaning to do this. So in fact, where is my, aha, here we go. I'm like, where's my sample? I was hiding it on the other table behind me here. I do that. I'm bad. Okay, so putting a little bit of snail on, now we're going to work the opposite. Whoops. Oh my gosh. There we go. The opposite direction and stick it down. And then we're going to take that smaller circle that I had cut ahead of time. And let's see here. I used this sentiment last. I think I'll do that again. Or should we do this one? Let's do 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. Let's see, because I haven't inked that up yet. That will make me so happy. And you guys, look, I put the stickers on them. I know, don't fall over. Stay in your chair. It's okay. And let's hope that this will fit in this circle. I think it will, but we'll see. The ink that I'm using is Evening Evergreen. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera. Hey, not too shabby. Okay, perfection. And I'm going to clean this before I get it all over myself because I know myself very well. And look, you guys, I got myself a new Simply Chamois. Yay. Although it doesn't look so new now. I broke it in just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put this guy back before I lose him. By the way, how many of you guys keep the negative of the rubber piece? My reasoning for this, why I do this, is so that if I'm doing a class or even if I'm just stamping here at my table, I can turn the case around and see if all stamps are accounted for or if I've had a runaway stamp. That's basically my reasoning for keeping the negative. But let me know, do you guys keep the negative or do you chuck the negative and just put your stamps in the case? Like I said, it just helps me keep track of knowing that I don't have anything missing. I'm going to put these away. Speaking of missing, we don't want to lose those. Okay, the other thing we're going to do, take some dimensionals and we're going to pop this little guy up. Peel off the backs. Life is happier with dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and stick that on there. And then I'm going to make a bow with this beautiful soft succulent ribbon. This can be found in our annual catalog. And this little guy here is my 10-second bow maker, and I'd be lost without him. It helps me out. Otherwise, I make bows the elementary way. And I know I'm wasting a lot. Don't think bad of me. But I wanted to get it pre-cut, so I had a piece available when I went live. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a glue dot and stick this little cute bow onto the card itself. And let's put him here. A little different. And then also these little spiral gold thingies. I'm losing everything on my table. Here we go. Picket tool. That's what I needed. Okay. I just think that these add a little extra something. They dress it up. And we'll put that one there. And there we go. And that is card number 1. Yay! All right, so let's go ahead. Now, this was more of obviously a Christmas card. So let's do another Christmas card, shall we? Go ahead and put that on there. Okay. So this one, I wanted to use the thick basic white cardstock. I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. We're gonna go ahead and once again, use our bone folder and give it a nice crisp edge. And then this piece is real red. Say that 10 times fast. This is cut at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So we're gonna layer this on first with our seal. Some people think you need to like cover the entire back of the paper. As much as I would love to have you guys do that so you buy even more adhesive from me, honestly, you do not need to cover it completely. It's only a card, it's not a brick house. I say those silly things not to mock anybody, but just to help you remember that you really don't need like a ton of adhesive. Okay, this piece of DSP, Designer Series paper, I thought it would be fun, and I did see this on Pinterest, so it wasn't like my original idea, but I love the fact that they colored the berries. So I'm taking my real red Stampin' blends, and we are coloring the berries, which, as you can see already, makes it more festive looking, right? I think that this was so clever somebody to think of, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. I'm not the best colorer in the world, but we'll make do here. But it's just something that's a little different that you can do with your Designer Series paper. And it gives it a completely different look. I think it just looks very, very festive, and I like red berries. And they just pop against the soft succulent and evening evergreen colors. What do you guys think? Color that one. Just make sure that when you do this, because our Designer Series paper is thinner than our cardstock. With that being said, these are alcohol-based markers. They do kind of, what I want to put it, they absorb into the paper. So you may, look at there. So you may want to put something underneath when you're coloring, just in case, so you don't have a mishap on your table, because that could be bad. You don't want anybody unhappy, making a boo-boo. All right, just about done. Got a little bit of a berry there. And my last berry here. So how pretty is that? And look how it changed the look of that Designer Series paper all together, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Matter of fact, again, I forgot to show you the card that we're going by here. There we go. Put that off to the side. And we're going to go ahead and layer this onto our real red with seal adhesive. And I just wanted a little bit of the red to show. I thought it would make it kind of like a dressy card, right? And then also, I've already pre-cut the frame, and this is Evening Evergreen. So I'm going to go ahead and use my liquid glue. Well, that's kind of weird. Well, there we go. I'm like, what is that little dot? Whoops. Ooh, that came out really fast. Yowza. And I am just going to dab it lightly. Now, if you do have, and I forgot to bring it out, but if you have adhesive sheets, You may want to use adhesive sheets for these. It's good to do with these really detailed, intricate dies. I'm going to glue this directly down to the card front, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and the sentiment is done in Real Red. And let's see here. I use May the season be filled with peace and joy. Let's use Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Let's use that one right there. And again, wow, I know, don't fall out of your chair. What can I say? I'm lazy, you know, taking the time to put these on, but I thought, you know, I should just do it just once. Throw you guys off a little bit, putting those stickers on my stamps. But just a little FYI, putting these stickers on your stamps. If by chance you keep a stamp with a sticker on your acrylic block, remember to take them off. There was once where I was doing a make and take at a craft show, and I was really tired, and I decided that I didn't want to put my belongings away in my craft room, and I let them sit for a few days before I got back to them. And when I did, that stamp seriously majorly stuck. I mean, they do stick. They definitely do. But, oops, what did I just do? Did I lose it? Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm losing it, literally. Aha, it's stuck to the back. Silly me. How many of you had that happen? Me, many a times. Anyway, so just make sure that you take your stamps off your blocks when you use those stickers, because it could be trouble. Ask me how. I know. Okay, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to use seal on the back of this. I was thinking about possibly popping it up with dimensionals, but yeah, I think it'll look better this way since the frame is not bumped up either. Isn't that pretty? And then, like I said, I cut a couple of these out with that die set. One is in Real Red, Soft Succulent, and Basic White. And I decided to really go a little crazy and use this beautiful, I think it's called Evergreen Window Pane Ribbon. And it's also found in our annual catalog. I just thought I would spice it up a little bit, playing with patterns basically. And also, let's see here, I think I'll use liquid glue on these. Let's see, I'll put this one down first. Oh my gosh, this stuff comes out so fast sometimes. It's like, yikes. Okay, and let's stick that down. I'm already getting this all over me. I am such a mess when it comes to this stuff. I have a love-hate with it. I love it, but I get messy with it. All right, isn't that pretty? And then the red one, I'm gonna put up here. And it kind of helps to cover some of that white space too. And let's see, whoops, sorry. Get into my own little world and I forget where the camera is. Okay, and we're gonna put this one like so. Oh my goodness, and I'm sticking to it, and it's sticking to me. And then with a glue dot, I'm gonna go ahead and put the ribbon on. And we're gonna stick that right there. And then I also need some of those really pretty gold spiral thingies, because it just dresses it up a little bit more. I'm gonna put one there. Oh my goodness, everything is sticking now. That's funny. Put one there. And we'll put one there. And a third one right there. So that is card number 2. So we've made 2 Christmassy cards. So for the third card, I thought, let's make a birthday card. Now I showed you one birthday card already, so I wanted to design another. So get all my bits and pieces here, my little notes, so I don't get any of these dimensions for you incorrect. So I used a piece of the thick basic white cardstock, and I cut it at 5.5 by 8.5. Excuse me, I dropped my notes. 5.5 by 8.5, and scored at 4.25. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and make that nice crisp edge on that. And then I cut a piece of polished pink cardstock, and this is, what is this? It is 4 by 5.25. I forgot to write that on my notes. Whew, it was winging that one. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and layer this because I wanted to give some extra color to the card, and I love pink, obviously. It almost matches my nail polish. And then using some scraps. This is a layout that I used recently with some other designer series paper, and I love the layout so much, I thought, why not use it with this suite of product or collection? So this piece of DSP is cut at 2 by 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick him down before I lose him or he runs away. All right, there we go. And then this piece here is 1 5/8 by 3 inches. Go ahead. Isn't the other side just as pretty? I love this stuff. It's gorgeous. And then I'm using this piece. I'll give you a peek at the back. That was that other piece that we just used on the other card and colored the berries. And that's the opposite side. And this piece is cut at 1 5/8. Oh my gosh. What is this? 1 5/8 by... Oh my gosh. Let me look. Sorry. By 3/4. Well, it's actually just a titch larger than 1 3/4 inches. So what would that be? 1/8? 1 1/8? I am bad with that, you guys. And how long have I been a card maker? I do not do 16ths and 8ths very well. I have to admit, I just don't. It's okay. So I cut this already. This is from my stitched rectangle dies that are kind of all kittywampus. But anyway, I love these. These are my go-to, along with my layering circles and my stitch style stitched something. Anyway, I love these, and they fit a lot of the different sentiments inside, and they just get that little extra something with the stitching around the edge. By the way, once again, this is the card that we're duplicating. Oops. So with that, I am going to use my polished pink ink pad, and I also, by the way, cut out some of these little leafy things and flowers from that paper that I was showing you guys. It has that 12 by 12 just full of these beautiful flowers. And let's see here. I need this set of stamps. So we're finally going to use this one. I wanted to make a thank you card as well, but we'll stop at this one. And let's see. I need... You can see I've cut out a florist full of flowers right there. So I have them as soon as I need them. Now this particular set that's carrying over is a photopolymer set, just to mention that, whereas the other set is a red rubber set. So I am going to use this one. And it says, so lucky to call you friend. Now, I know some of our photopolymer stamps, when you peel them off, they kind of, they stretch, so to speak. So I like to lay them down before I stick them to the block, and lay them down on the table, and then take my block to the stamp. And you guys couldn't see that, could you? I'm sure. So I'm going to do that again. Oh, darn. So anyway, I've pulled it off the plastic. I've laid it down so that the flat side is up, so I can attach it to my block. So then I'm ready to go. All right, we're going to ink this little guy up. So happy to call you friend. And there we are. Perfect. Okay, and I'm going to stick that right there with some dimensionals. Just like so. And put that there. And then with that being said, I already did tie a bow. This is also the 3/8 woven weave ribbon, something like that, in polished pink as well. So we'll be sticking that on with a glue dot. And then, like I said, I had a couple of fun things that I had cut out. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to add that or if it would be too busy. Whoops. Get that off of there. Dimensional backing, we don't need that on there. We could do that and then add maybe that there. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, isn't it? And then we have that little guy. I kind of like, well, let's see, what about this one? Whoops. There we go. I still got the glue from the other project on my fingers. Let's do this. Let's add this, and we'll add a couple of dimensionals to the back of it. So you guys can see just how pretty these images are that you can cut out from that sheet. And then this right here, let's use a little bit of liquid glue. I think that might be easier. Yeah, there we go. And we'll stick that on like so. And then a glue dot for my ribbon. And we'll stick that right about there. Here we are. And then, of course, gotta have some bling, right? And we'll use these little guys scattered around on the card. Like I said, it just adds that little extra something. All right, and that is card number 3. So go ahead and show you them all again. Grab these other 2. So there's that one, and that one, and this one. Now I want to show you guys a little something too, because this layout right here, I actually borrowed from this. Pretty cool, right? And look, completely different feel to the card, right? I love it. I love it. I was kind of perplexed. I'm like, what am I going to do? I need a layout. I don't know what I'm going to do. And this was sitting right on my desk. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to use that with this suite or collection and see how it turns out. And I loved it. So anyway, once again, this is the fitted florets, which, where did it go? I had all that information in front of me. Here it is, in front of me. So once again, this will be available starting November 1st. Unless you'd like to add it to a starter kit, you could do that. And you can do the gotta have it all if you wanted to. Also, November 1st, you can do the Gotta Have It All button while supplies last, of course. And if some of these other items, these 3 items sell out, then the Gotta Have It All button, obviously, then will not be available. So grab it up quickly, you guys. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know. Thank you so much for being patient with me, for being gone so many Sundays. Who would have thought? Like, seriously, my October has been crazy. And then I'll be gone once in November to On Stage, and that's the second weekend of November. And again, I'll be traveling back in a car, so I'll be doing a pre-recorded Facebook Live mini class for you once again. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this class and that you love the product. I've fallen in love with it, obviously. So I hope that you have a great rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate all of you so much. And I will see you next week. And next week I will be live because I will be home. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.